That's some hot coffee. Alright, let me just flip through my notebook to find out where I have the actual notes written down. Here they are. It's only the second page. Just so I remember the character voices. Before we start, I forgot to do this yesterday. I guess it kind of works because it's a new month in America, but... America. Trophies. I didn't go through the little roundup for this month. So, total is 12,994, platinum 141, gold 664, silver 2,417, and bronze 9,772. I know you can see them, but who cares, I'm reading it, shut up. I got Dredge, and I also re-platinum Persona 5 Royal, because I'm a trophy slot. I don't think I got anything else this month. It was Spider-Man 2, I think that was last month. No, that was, well, sorry, last month, it was June. That was June as well, that was right at the beginning of June. And Final Fantasy was... yeah, that was a month before, so yeah, it was just Spider-Man 2, Persona 5 Royal, and Dredge. Royal took a bit of time, but I just skipped through all the dialogue and everything. That's all I did for it. Dredge was super fun. Anyway, let's jam. We might finish today. Depends how my voice goes with all the... well, how my... I guess voice, throat, whatever you want to call it. How it is with all the voices. We're near the end. I think there's like 3 chapters left. But they might be a bit long. Like, last time we only did 2, and that was... they were a bit lengthy. Alright, chapter 16. 4:19 AM. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Oh god, what did I do for this guy? I didn't write anything down for him. Hello. I think I just did this sort of one. Hello. This is Jam. Hang on. I gotta get remember his voice right. I was doing it wrong last time. This is Child. Cecil, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. Well, fuck you too, then. Hanging up on me like that, how rude. His nose is quite odd looking. With the glasses. Like, his... am I the only one that thinks that way? That thinks that way? Well, you'd better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. I was about to say dawning. That's not the word. Yes, it is. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Well, that's me written out of this story. I don't do anything else. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally going to find all my answers. I'd better go. Thank God, in this timeline we don't have wireless cellular communication. A single telephone line connects me and the other Cecil. Because I stream most days. That's probably why you had a feeling that I would. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. Also, Dark, I finished the my first playthrough of Resi 2 yesterday, and started Claire's playthrough. Very fun. And I just reached the center of the web. I'm probably going to do more Resident Evil 2 on the weekend, just because, again, try and get it finished quicker, because it is going to be a bit of a longer one, because I want to take a look at the other Survivor things. Welcome to the Yanoa. Oh, hang on, I think this is the guy in charge. Welcome to the Yanoa, Detective Jowd. Oh no, it's this guy. It doesn't work when I don't know who's speaking like that. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, it can be tough. What? Like, are you using a guide that tells you exactly what to do every day? Because those are the guides that are probably the most helpful if you're trying to do 100%. Because from what it sounded like, it just sounded like you had a basic idea, like, by this date you need this, by that date you need this. which can kind of work if you don't want like a full something too spoilery, but it means that if you do miss certain things, you can really mess you up.
Egad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. The submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew whether Yanoa was going to surface. Confound it.
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals.
Oh yeah, that can be really annoying. You don't need to do the quests. There's no trophies associated with them. But if you're caring about trophies, but when I did follow my guide, it was for quests, and yeah, the backtracking for quests in 4 is really not fun. I honestly felt it was worse than 3's, and I spent like 4 hours almost on trying to find one item in 3. But I don't know why, somehow 4's feels worse.
The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it.
I have a little something for you. Yeah, no, I wasn't a big fan of the dungeons in 4. I also didn't like Teddy. I know a lot of people like Teddy. I hated Teddy, I found him annoying.
Carbonella has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes, indeed, Carbonella.
Indeed? Where'd I get Indeed on?
Yes, Inspector Carbonella. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on the submarine somewhere.
Ah, Cecil, you mean?
Yeah. Like I said, I also hate Teddy. I find him just annoying. I think Morgana worked as a better mascot character. There wasn't really a mascot character like those two, either of them in 3, thinking about him.
You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Now that sounds fucking weird out of context.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Yeah, I like Morgana.
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Cecil has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Ha! I just shoved this up your butt.
That's what it looked like.
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Cecil has to offer. The source of his powers. I think the voice is starting to go. I'm not a voice actor. I'm just doing this because I love this game. Oh shit, what the fuck happened?
What? What in the world was that?
The Temsec fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cecil is concluded. As far as we're concerned...
Hang on, I need to clear my throat. That's better.
What are you talking about?
This disc. What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Au revoir and fuck you. Farewell.
I'm just glad I get to do this voice for this guy again. It's a fun one to do. I have it written down in my book as just Pilaf, because that's what it kind of reminds me of. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd. Where did he go? Where are we? Whoa, whoa, what happened there? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I'd better find them, and fast. Take time. Wait, who's this? What? So you're here, huh? It's Missile! Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shop was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. What with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say, I don't think I can. Yeah, he's dead. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it! Ooh, telephone. The telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet! By the way, Doc, what, Okay, which dungeon? Like, what's the name of it? How do I swap again? R2. That's fine. Nope. Okay. Swap that around. Nope. The dog's there. Get down there. Aha! And that. Ah, yes, that one. That's actually a fun dungeon. I liked that one. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I got a bad feeling about this. You're quite far into the game. Cecil, look! That black hello? It came off the hook. Uh-oh, I'd better answer it fast. Oh no, I'm on a time limit, but not really. Yep. Well, I actually never gave her a voice because I can't do girls' voices. Hello, is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. Yeah, that would be about right. Because that is about... Yeah, you're just further in it than I thought you'd be, that's all. I'm just surprised. It's Cecil, where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh good, I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn. Is Lynn dead again? Miss Lynn! You better hurry. Let's go, Cecil. There. Yeah, I can understand. Well, here's one thing that might want to make you stop doing the quests. One of the very last quests in the game, it asks you to get 8 items that are only dropped by treasure hands in the last dungeon. I got it by accident just because I happened to get all those just going through it naturally. I only had one I needed. But, yeah, even the guide I was following said, if at this point you don't want to bother doing this quest, that's understandable, it's not worth it. It's no use. Nobody's answering. She still hangs up. Miss Camilla! And... Miss Lynn! Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Cece, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla! Yeah, no, fighting treasure hands is fun. It's just finding them is annoying because they're rare spawns. They're not too rare, but they're rare enough. And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? That's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means... She did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Who was a hitman for Lynn? Okay, I'll do it. You're talking about Cecil, the main character. Thank you, Missile. Trick time. Because I know the whole story of this game. I played it years ago back on the DS. I loved it. Oh, Cecil, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the Super's office, we followed the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter, and Inspector Carbonella fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took the boat out to sea from a small harbour on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. Jowd's quite big. How big was the boat? And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. I do like the cross-section of the submarine. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. How? How did they lose her? Whoever was watching her had, like, one job. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Rewind time. Okay, and I wish I had like just audio of that bit from fucking YouTube Rewind of Will Smith that just hit whenever it was rewind time in this. Camilla, are you okay? She's fine. Jesus, child. Camilla?
Hello, Lynn. Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met.
She's being controlled. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago?
Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself.
Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this.
I'm afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance.
Telephone. The phone is ringing.
It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Don't they? People go and see them. You can't fire a gun like that with one hand, especially not in a child's body.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed.
Revenge plan?
It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution.
Well...
Knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted? To be executed by his own daughter?
Why would anyone want that? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge?
Nobody could possibly know what I've...
What in the world? An explosion.
Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had?
Look out! So yeah, she of course still tried to shield Camilla. Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Really? You don't know what revenge is, Cecil? Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jowd as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again. You didn't have to add the again part. Yes, I did. It's like an 8th death or something. I haven't been counting. It's too many. I can't reach anything. Okay. So let's see. The cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. Is it? And what do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Really? Man, we don't know much. So I think we need to get to the phone. See if we can get to that gun. Just doing that skip through the dialogue, it's faster than waiting. Yep. Aha! Damn it. That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Okay. Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. Somebody please answer the phone. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Yeah, okay. Turn this handle. Didn't do anything. How about this wheel? Aha! Let me answer it. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jowd. She's right, I better check it out. Reach it. Yep. Hello, anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come. If you're coming, we're leaving. Yeah, we're going there. So it must be true what they say. Rather a restless ghost on board. Why am I... Why is he Clinton? Why is he bad Bill Clinton? That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Also, why am I the one asking why is he this? I'm the one who's doing it. Who is he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true. Neither one of us is really resting in peace. Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly. Has it? It's just there for a little change here.
Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
What do you mean one keeps coming alive again? Oh, are you talking about ghosts, or...? It's Detective Jowd. What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. Yeah, Lynn. It's all thanks to me. I remember a bit of how to do this. Yep. Okay. Well, now I'm up here. Oh, I think when the fragment's going away, I can maybe latch onto it. I can't quite see, but I think there's a core there. Let's find out. Yep. Aha! Take me away. Hey, look, it's a sonic bounce pad.
Shiny rock. Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Button!
Cecil, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared, with Detective Jowd in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening.
Now then, I'd better hurry along, before Cecil discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea, forever. Farewell, Cecil.
Using those old early World War II torpedoes that the Americans had that drifted to the left, and actually had on one occasion drifted so much to the left that it went all the way around and nearly hit the ship that fired it. I think it was a destroyer that had it. It was a ship torpedo, not submarines, because I don't know how many submarines the Americans actually had. Aha! So that's the cause of that giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo! It's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. Yeah, that's a funny looking Pomeranian. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. Hey, look, a lever. Yeah. I'm on the torpedo. Can I detonate it in the water? Like, before it launches? There's no time, it's gonna launch. Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end of the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. Why is she saying here goes? What's she gonna do? She's no help. She has no powers. How is there a rat in here? It's pretty cool. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. How in the world did it get in here? Alright. I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning black things, right? Apparently this spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. Teddy is pretty useful. He does have some high-level Bufu skills, because Chie doesn't really get, like, the strongest ice moves. She has fairly weak ones. I think if you go through her, she's more of a hard-hitting character, so Teddy's good for that. He also has Meipatara, which gets rid of everything, and he gets some pretty good healing skills. So he's a pretty nice healer and deal some good ice damage. But yeah, I usually prefer Chie just because I like being able to deal really heavy damage. Like she can get a skill that buffs everyone's attack. She also can get one. I think she gets Revolution, which increases the critical rate for everyone, including enemies. But it's just useful. It's especially useful when dealing with the treasure hands because the only thing you can use on them. Kind of. Kanji is good because he does get some. He also hits hard. Chie has better skills for like also buffing everyone. Kanji doesn't really get skills to buff people, but Kanji is also a pretty good damage deal. If you want to deal flat damage, oftentimes one of the best things for boss fights I find is Kanji, depending on the boss, either Chie or it's either Chie or oh god, what's the other guy's name? I'm drawing a blank on him, but the one who has wind magic, and then and then the other girl. I'm bad with names. I just find them very forgettable. But yeah, the one who does healing magic, because her healing is better. She also casts fire. The only thing is, of course, you've got to be careful, because a lot of the boss fights, especially the later ones, they constantly just they switch all the powers they use. Like they'll just cycle through, and they have no weaknesses. Yosuke, yeah, Yosuke. I was thinking Yusuke. That's the problem. I've been reading too much, fucking what's it called? Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Yosuke is pretty good, just because he has he's a good all-rounder in a way. And then, Yuki? Is it Yuki? I'm trying to remember the voices that fucking Rize says when stuff happens. Yukihiko? Anyway, he's not bad. He gets there's a really nice weapon for him called the Grilled Corn. It does some good damage. It does some okay damage. It's not the most powerful, but it's some good damage. It has a very high, it's like 99 accuracy, so it almost never misses when you attack with him. And he has a chance of doing that. Yukiko, not Yukihiko. I was close. But yeah, Yukiko, Yosuke, and Chie is a good combo for a lot of the boss fights. If not Chie, then if not Yukiko, then Teddy is pretty useful because he does have the same healing abilities plus Meipatra and whatnot. They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Stop them. Okay. I stopped them. Did that do nothing? Help me? No? He gets some more SP. But yeah, he doesn't have the most amount. As you level up, you'll get some. You'll get more. But yeah, I never really thought about how the main character doesn't have too much. This is probably the detonator. If you don't press it, the torpedo will explode. Oh, better be careful. Why is it bad if it explodes in the ocean? But you know, there should be a safety device around here somewhere. Safety device, huh? That sounds promising. We have to put the safety on before this thing blows up. Okay. That's a joint we can operate. What does this do? Oh. This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. So what does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. But before we can do that, it looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? Yeah. Maybe if we have them stuck opposite ends, will that cause everything to pivot? No. There we go. And that's causing it to roll. There we go, we got it. Great, we've dumped the little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right. One thing that I did like, I liked a lot of things about Persona 5 Royal, but one thing that one did very well was that you doing activities like with Maruki, the counselor, it gave you +5 SP every time you spent time with him, which you have to spend time with him like I think 8 times in total, and then 2 of them you get for free. I can't remember exactly, but when going for like 100%, like you'll spend enough time with him in a row, you get, I mean, in the end of it, you get like +20 total SP. Plus you get some other really nice skills from him, like immediately getting rid of like Detox, which can get rid of any negative effects straight away. Also, you can restore SP. Yeah, it was pretty useful. It was a nice thing, because SP is always the hardest thing in those games, is just managing that and getting stuff to restore it. They made it a lot easier in Royal. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it! That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? The torpedo's still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Yeah, but it won't explode. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Just a box. It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Cecil, we did it! I mean, the rat might have died from the impact, even if it didn't explode. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Why do I care about the rat? Because it's alive. Huh? Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we'd better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. Despite being like a game where people die, it is still kind of a kid's game, which is interesting. I mean, I played it as a kid. Though to be fair, I also watched SVU and CSI and whatever as a kid. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Oh, it's sinking. Do you call it sinking if the ship's if it's already underwater? Yeah, this is an old game. It came out, what year? I was in primary school, I want to say. When did Ghost Trick come out? Because it was originally for the DS. Oh, it's on sale on Steam. Ain't that nice? I like that I opened this up and the immediate reviews are Steam 10 out of 10, Amazon 4.2 out of 5, Google Play 5 out of 5. I'm like, good to know everyone likes this game because it's fantastic. 2010, so it's about, 14 years old. No, it's an old one. It came out like last year, I think, for the PlayStation, but it was originally a DS title. Yeah, 14 years ago. So I would have been 11. I would have been between 10 and 11. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. Chick time. Each of the 3 machines is equipped with a fan. Now that I take a closer look, it appears there are 2 sizes of fans, which means we're gonna have to swap them around with Missile. Need to start these gears up. Or not. The lights went out, but the machine apparently still works. Yeah, there are a lot of games for the DS that were really good when I was a kid. There was Nintendogs, mine are all dead. Well, actually, no, they just haven't been fed in forever. Or they probably got deleted. I don't know what happened with my copy of Nintendogs. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use this movement to help me create a path. Absolutely. I was about to do that game. I'm just gonna want this one. Nope, we did want the bouncer. Get onto that. That gear. And this piston. Aha! And now I turn the torch on and she'll know to pick me up. Camilla, are you Camilla or are you still Cecil? Or whatever the guy's name is. No, he's not Cecil. I don't remember the other guy's name. Lynn? Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Cecil should be along any second now. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. We can all be together as we slowly drown. Well, actually, except me. I'm already dead. And also Missile. Camilla! Miss Camilla! She's just exhausted. I'll get you out of here. Just swim. If it's the last thing I do... Oh, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here. Before it's too late. Pick me up. Oh, look at that flashlight. Pretty deep. It was connected to a telephone cable at the bottom of the harbour, so It's not like, I mean, it's nowhere near crush depth. In fact, I think it's sitting near the bottom. But, yeah, it's in the harbor, so it's maybe, I don't know, a few hundred meters deep. It's Cecil. It's Cecil. He's here. Up you go. In the real world, we call a flashlight a torch. I'm glad you're here, Cecil. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. Now, I have wondered, how close do we need to be for us to be able to talk to them? So oftentimes to talk to people, like, we have to connect to their core directly. Is that what it needs to be? Because why couldn't we, like, yell out at her from the other side of the room? So I think you need to be close enough to, like, connect, even when you're not connected like this. Let me get someone from Capcom on the phone and ask them. I got a question about your 14-year-old game. Yeah, I know. In America, it's called a flashlight. Everywhere else, I believe it's called a torch. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We'd better get out of that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. I don't know if I've ever told the story. I might have when I played Metal Gear Solid 3 on stream, but the first time I played that game and it asked me to find a torch in the cave, I was thinking of a flashlight. Because again, as Australian, we call them torches here. But no, it meant stick with fire on it. That kind of torch. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. But that door looks like it opens inward. So the water pressure would allow you to still open it, just if you can't open it outwards. Sorry. Inward or outward, that actually depends on your perspective. So the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Aha! A ladder! Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. I mean, Cecil can't even read. He barely knew what a torpedo was. He doesn't remember things. There's a reason why. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way, because Cecil also lost his memory when he died. He doesn't remember who he is. Yes. I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. And once again, I'm brought back to my point. How can someone not swim? It's ingrained in us. Throw a baby in the water. You know what it does? Swim! Why? Because it knows how. It just does. Yeah, when people die, they forget they lose their memory. They can get it back, but Cecil's just unlucky and isn't getting it back. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Now, thankfully, we're not actually on a time limit. Really? I've never understood people who don't know how to swim. I knew someone else who didn't. I'm just baffled by it. It's like, if you were in water, you'd know how to, like, tread water, though, right? Like, you'd know how to try to, like, doggy paddle, as it's called, to try and keep yourself above the water. You did it, Cecil. Thanks. Oh dear. Good catch. Yeah, well, that's good enough. That's like the basics you need. Like, that's what I don't get when people say they can't swim. It's like, if you fall in water, you're just gonna be like, oh, like whenever I've heard people talk about not knowing how to swim, do they just tense up like a log and like, okay, I guess I'm drowning? Do they not try to, like, again, kick their feet? Dogs do that. That's why it's called a doggy paddle, because it's like how they do it. But they even just know how to do that if they're in water. No one taught them. And again, babies, you put them in water, they swim. They just try to. They try to kick their feet and move their arms, and they love it. What was that? It looks like water seeping in, and isn't the only thing we have to worry about. They take babies swimming lessons. Cecil, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know, you can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. I mean, we could try. it worked. Oh hey, great! Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do... I'm guessing she means the electrical contacts, like the wiring was loose. Is get to that door, and we're safe. Oh my god, now she has no torch. Ah! Okay, the whole submarine is listed, and now she's down here. Great. This woman. Actually, do you call listing if something's like taking on water from the stern and the bows like raising? Because normally listing is when it starts to list to the either port or starboard. What happened now? It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. It's being Titanic. Well, it is a submarine. It might get too much pressure. What now? That guy is apparently going back. The guy who owns the company that had that submarine. The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You'll just have to go up. Up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. He died? What? Did he? I don't think so. Well, well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Oh, yeah, that guy. No, there's someone else who was doing something with it. I think there was a different guy? I don't remember. I think I see a familiar flame over there. Cecil, there you are. How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you? Speaking of that sub, there's a lot more stuff coming out about it. I think there was like a lot of people were very mad at the fact that the Coast Guard knew that immediately that, yeah, it did implode, yeah. I forgot that the owner was on the submarine. But that's what people were mad at, like, the Coast Guard knew immediately what had happened and that they were dead, yet didn't tell anyone and instead made people have hope for 3 days that they might be okay, and they might have found them. I don't know why they didn't just announce it from the start, when they knew. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course, after all. Because it's like, as soon as the 3 days are up, they announce, oh, by the way, this actually happened. Just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course! Trick time. Alright. Swippity swap. Swippity swap. I'm sure there's a reason for this, I don't remember it. Now, let's see what we can find. Also, I'm gonna quickly grind out a trophy here. This won't take too long. I need to swap 44 items for a trophy. And it's gonna be just as fast to do it here because... like, I haven't gotten it yet, have I? Let me just double check. No, I haven't. I didn't think I would have, because there's only so many times you get to use him. There's one for doing 444 ghosts and 444 tricks. That's easy because you're with Cecil the whole time. And you don't have Missile for as many chapters. There we go. So that's that done. We can't reach. That is a shaft. Doesn't look like much of a shaft, but okay. Oh, hang on. Eh. What did that do? Don't know. I'm bringing the small one down there. Because I want to. Haha. Meanwhile, with me... Oh, she's picking us up. There we are. What happens when we power this thing up? Oh, yep, okay, I see it, yep. These pistons sticking out right in front of me. It's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge. It might just be just that. Think you can climb them? If I wasn't holding Camilla, I could probably do it easily. Cecil, you're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? This piston sure do, I think, could be used to our advantage, yeah. So we need to have the tall piston at the bottom. Sorry, the, this one at the bottom. There we go. And swap here. I think that's good enough. Trick. There we go. I made stairs. There, how about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me. You better hurry. I don't think that water is going to wait for you. Nope. Use this time to have more coffee. Lovely. Have more coffee. This coffee's nice. That one's good. Now this steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? And there's no way to go around either. Think you can do something? Of course we can. We have to. We literally have no choice. Shit, I'm out of reach. Can I not reach it at all? No, we can't, okay. Could be a problem. Oh, I see. Just swap these pipes around. Look at this, if I swap the pipes, it changes how steam comes out, huh? What's that? AI, the Somnium files. What's that one? I don't know that one. Oh, I get it, because the cracks in the pipe are different, right? So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, hey? I bet that will come in handy. Probably. Hello, game. Can I... Here comes that water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. Looks like I'm on a time limit. Oh! The one by Spike Sunchoff, yes. I think I might do that one. Is that the new one they released? That looks very... the art style looks very similar to Danganronpa. No, Missile, it's too salty. I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so we can't drink it. Whatever, just do something about this steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Oh, 2 years ago. They've got a new one coming out, I think. Thanks, Missile. Okay, that's bad, because that has steam coming down there. We don't want that. The one downside to Missile, because anything we connect to that can swap like that, swap. Okay, so she can get through there. Not there. So we want that. Come on, you can walk through that, right? No, no, she can't. How about now? Definitely not. See, all the steam comes down, that's the only problem. Okay. Shut up, game. I'm trying to figure this out. None of the pipes go in a way that allow me to do that, though. I'm just reading this. Okay, sorry, I'm not reading it out loud. I'm just trying to figure this out puzzle. I can't see anything else we could swap them, if that's... Oh! I can swap these emergency lights, how useful. Meanwhile, we're stuck down here still. It doesn't give me enough time to swap like that, to open it up, to change over to, like, there, so that's not fun. So if I need to do anything with Cecil, I can't get him up here at the moment. I don't know how. All the pipes have cracks at the bottom anyway. If she dies right here, all is you just have to retry. So I do need to get... I don't know how to get up there with... Oh, it's put him up here now. Okay, that's convenient. Yeah, because I was thinking like we'd need me up here, but I couldn't get up there. Okay. Swap you. And swap you too. Is that enough? No. Alright, see you next time. Have a good one. I'm just gonna be stuck on this puzzle forever. Because I suck. Open, we can escape. Can't budget, must be stuck with something. Guess we'll have to wait for Lynn to use her miraculous power on it. First we have to get her up here. Yes. Move this hook. See, I'm just not sure if I need to get to the other valve. Swap the lights. Be nice if you could swap things while I'm on them, but I can't. No. That works. Well, actually, hang on then. That one also does that. Stop. I think I've got it. Stop, game. I think I've got it. There we go. There, how does that look? It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. Yeah, steam is very hot. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. We already had that chain there. Back to me. Going up. Wanna hurry, Lynn? Use that human strength. Sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? Do we both need to do it together? Oh no! Okay, I thought maybe the two of them together were gonna open it. No! This way. I think it's Jowd.
This way.
No, it's not Jowd. Alright, the bulkhead's secured, so the door's closed. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. To 5:10 AM. Apparently that took like nearly about 15 minutes. Apparently that also, which yeah, actually, you know, it took an hour. Yeah, it's about accurate. Chapter 17, 5:10 AM. I just want to double check. How many chapters are there? Are there 18 or 17? This could be the end. Yeah, there is 18, that's what I thought. The abandoned submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. There's a hole down there. At the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. There's a hole. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. The claw. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? I like the way he makes himself a little, like, thing to look like him. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sir Cecil, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight I thought I was you, Cecil. Cecil. My name isn't Cecil. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are, and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Time for a plot dump. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Like I said, plot dump. This and the final chapter have quite a bit of plot dump to it. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day, 10 years ago, a fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Because he died right near it. As did we. Aren't the Temsik remnants still right there in that park, at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. The radiation's time effect. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Hang on a second, I just need to quickly send a message. Sorry about that. This is also strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. And that just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago, while my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. Oh, battery's running low. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. Well, you were close. So that's why he wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsik. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Coffee. Inspector Carbonella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. I'll mute myself before I drink in the future. Or maybe not, maybe I can call it ASMR when I do this. Can that be considered ASMR? I have no idea. And as it turns out, here he is! I like the way he gets up. I'm now standing. I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsik fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. Makes sense, she was there that day. You, detective. Me? If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, she was a child, and we are blaming her. I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking us hostage. Again, you're literally blaming the victim for being there. I have heard criminals make that argument, like some people say it's their fault for being there, so that I took them as a hostage. Like, I've heard some people make that argument, like, when they've been arrested. It's like, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, but I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you'd become a detective, looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. He's got quite the reach. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. What about the Justice Minister? He tried to fight back. Their aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. The blue people had a different idea. The men of Bluvania. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out, or did I call it Bluelandia? I can't remember. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. Me! I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha! The Inspector in White was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That Inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsic meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Temsic sooner or later. Yeah, this place is still sinking. We've just been here talking, just gabbing for a little while. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. What about fish? Could you core onto a fish? I think I kind of understand now. Like, realistically, say a fish happens to go by after this thing gets crushed. He could grab onto that and control it. He said he can control animals. And he could just swim to the surface and get away. They didn't really think this through, did they, the people of Bluelandia? Bluelandia? It changes every time. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Yeah, she's awake. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Yeah, dads will do that. Or they'll try. Oh, Camilla! I'm so sorry! That's funny. What is it, Cecil? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. Well, I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute! Yes, we do! Aha! This will tell us where Detective Jowd is. That present from the Inspector in White. That's right, Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in the person's body, right? This person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. Without powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute, what about a torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. It looks like Detective Jowd is our last hope. That's going to be tough, because it's just another happy little accident. Come on, let's get started. Man, it's cold. Aha! Grapes! Telephone. Torpedo. Torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, or something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. Oh, okay, got no little animation. That's me talking into my mug. It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. You ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck! Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. I don't think the entire device is broken though. It would probably work just fine if only I could move the switch. So to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Yeah, we can't switch to anyone though. Oh, okay. What will happen to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. I bet you. Yep, and now we can swap these 2 switches around. And now we can use the one that will work. Yep. Because that's how it works, right? All the wiring just reconnects. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. Launch me! All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is? The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. It's a torpedo. You never really call a torpedo a missile. Okay, thanks. They're also meant to penetrate, like ships. Because that's why naval bombers, they dropped... Well, they usually dropped, like, torpedoes that would land in the water, and then they would, like, sort of move to then hit the side of it. Or you had ones that were designed to, like, hit the, like, deck of the ship and penetrate in. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, missile. Missile? I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Cecil. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I'm pretty sure he joins us, doesn't he? Unless it's maybe later on. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn! You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Cecil, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla! That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. But I can only count to 8. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. I can't remember past 7 in Spanish. Cecil. I can count to 12 in Japanese. Yes. We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. Well, fuck you! All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Fuck you then! Maybe it doesn't matter to you, but it does to me! Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right. We promise, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Alright, do we count it down? I think it's after we launch. Doesn't really matter, we don't have to count. We don't have to time anything. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope reach this far down into the depth, into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Juich, Juni. It's 11 and 12. Oh, was he killed by, the other blue guy? I think he's a robot, isn't he? Is that the big reveal? Detective Jowd! I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him. Better not, you might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd. Alright. Jowd. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Cecil? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about... wait a minute, what am I doing? He has a voice.
How is Camilla? And what about Lynn?
Well, it's kind of a long story. This is the second time I've forgotten to do his voice. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine you know.
So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine?
I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? So you remember me, do you?
How could I possibly forget?
So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. Everyone's just got... no one's had a voice for a while, so I just been forgetting. But those people on the Yanoa were calling you Cecil. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd?
Right.
About Yomiel.
10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. Technobabble! I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. And I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies.
It was never made Republic, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect.
I was the guy who built the core of the system.
The police arrested you, and then that incident happened.
He escaped from the interrogation room and took Little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent?
About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomio.
10 years ago. The world ended. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. He just needed Kubo to help him out. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. She wouldn't let him be invisible. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. Why is he there? Oh, also her. I guess it's going for everyone. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. Sounds like depression.
And so that's why you murdered Alma.
That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
What?
It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. The deal. Or no deal?
There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them.
Sorry, I just yawned.
But what would you get out of the deal?
A new life.
Life?
I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me.
Rebirth? A new beginning, eh?
I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for.
A completely man-made life.
That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And the response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about.
And you had no idea they were doing all this?
None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park?
They couldn't.
No, they couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Stop yawning me. Hoo-ha-hoo! By Inspector Carbonella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Leaflet. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale.
So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh?
So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh?
Yeah, it's the ending I deserve.
But at least there's one thing you must be happy about.
1 second. Just checking the trophies, because I'll try to platinum this today, while we're at it, probably.
What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now.
Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us.
Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Rewind time. One second. Okay. Just checking time.
So, where are we headed?
We are not headed anywhere, Detective. I don't know why this is his voice, but it is.
What?
There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too.
Yep. By the way, I am not human, Detective. I don't know why I was thinking like the King's Guard for this guy's voice. I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective.
What? What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off.
We get that a lot, Detective. We get that a lot, Detective. I had it slightly different before, but I can't quite remember how I did it.
Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore.
Commander Sith likes to talk. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. can't quite get it right anymore.
Possibility? What are you talking about?
There is no need for you to know, Detective. Slam. And a fuck you. Now it's time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective.
Camilla, forgive me.
It isn't over yet. It isn't. Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small.
Possibility?
In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning the situation around. I already know what it is. It's interesting. Trick time. I didn't mean to click that. Oh, I can't skip this.
Huh.
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomio's shadow.
There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? It does. So now we can go back to the time of his death. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small it is, that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death.
Right, not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away.
Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. But, wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move!
We're going back very far. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Alright. We'll finish this today. I wasn't sure if I was going to, depending on the time, but honestly, you know what, I'm not even going for an hour and a quarter, and there's no point really waiting for the last chapter. I don't know how long it is, there is a big plot dump to it. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Temsic meteorite fell. We travelled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. I do have a little guide just to get one of the trophies here. Same thing I'll have to use for another trophy I missed. It's ready! Just growing a sweet potato in a bunch of leaves.
Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that whip.
Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her! She passed out from shock.
Huh? Oh, kid. Shoot, you might get hurt.
Meteorite. There's that shard. Are you okay?
Are you okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The guards, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsic meteorite, eh?
It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle.
It changed all of our fates completely.
We can't stop Temsic from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life.
I don't know.
What's the matter, Detective Jowd?
To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying.
I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Let's see. Now, how are we going to save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything.
When her sweet potato is almost ready, she's not gonna budge from that spot.
But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. Yeah, she's a strange kid. What kind of childhood did this girl have? Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break. Nope. Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead. Can't reach! So I think for now we just gotta wait. Actually, we do also have... We can't do it right now, but yeah. Okay, first we do this. What are you doing? You're going to hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato.
I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. There we go. So it gave us like no time at all. Okay. I'm just doing this just to get the trophy for failing. This. Oh, I fucked it. Hang on. Okay. That's fine. I'm literally going for a failure here. It's odd. Okay. It's weird to be specifically going for a failure. It's a failure you can definitely get naturally. Okay. Okay, I see, yep. Oh, look at that sweet potato. Yes, it looks like Mino. That big scary sweet potato. That's not a sweet potato missile, that's Mino. Oh, right, of course. Yep. But look at them, the potato and Mino. Right now they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile. Okay, here I go, and I'm going to need your help. My help? Yes. And here we go.
That was quite a sight to see.
It looks like this park just got a new feature. Sorry, not future. But neither one of them even glanced this way. Guess that's not surprising, seeing as even a meteorite didn't distract them.
Hey, it was a desperate situation. Kill or be killed.
And your mule is killed, right after this, by the meteorite. Well, now that the park has a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? There we go, first appearance of life. So yeah, fail by removing a large symbol. It is a failure. Okay. Yeah, basically everything we're doing is right. It's just get there. I was just making sure I got the fail. What shit we need to do with that? Nope, go back to you. I can't reach that one. There we go, we can reach that one. So annoying I can't switch side, I can only swap this way. I think we want to get Mino there. Because we can't stay up there. In fact, we're also stuck here now. Let's hang on. Aha! Come on. Faster. Wait a minute, I didn't need to do that because we just now. Oh, no, we can't! Ah, why not? Oh, that's mean. Not sure then. It's the only way I could see. To reach. Try again. Because we want to get Mino onto that one. The problem is doing that. I can't see because that was in the way. Unless, hang on, I have an idea. Okay. Firstly swap that. And then swap it. There we go.
Oh look, the lamppost Minos is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It just might hold out for a little while longer.
If I recall, the Temsic fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down.
But if Minos sits firmly in its way,
then fate should change. So now we wait. So I remember the last thing we need to do after this. We just gotta wait. Hurry up! There we go. It's one of those weird ones, you gotta sit there and actually wait for the death to almost occur. Bong! There! How's that? Look! The fragment's course! It changed a little.
now Yomiu's fate should really change.
Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No! It's just a knee. Ah! Detective Jowd! The Temsic fragment shot through his leg.
What?
But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on,
Come on, put it down.
Huh?
Jowd, put the gun down, now! If you don't, you're going to shoot him.
I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver.
Put the gun down!
No! I knew it.
I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
Nope. I won't let that happen! Missile, the bullet has stopped in midair. I'm here inside the... It's actually a really short one to change the fate of in the end. I'm here inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
For what? With what?
Detective Jowd, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. It won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. There is. Sweet potato! Oh, that would hurt! Oh no, we stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive.
What?
I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch, in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Was it? Oh! Heavens! Look out! Wake up!
Wake up! You gotta get out of there. Damn it, my leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn! It's not over yet. But there isn't anything else to swap with. Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but a memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen. Not if I can help it. But what can we do now? Even if we work together? I think there might be something that can be done. What is it? What can Cecil and I do? Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiu! Cecil, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. just trust me. Let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. It's pretty easy. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Got it! If I read it, it might have missed. It might have not had enough time. Now it's your turn, Missile. What? Me? But what can I do? I think you know the answer to that. Okay, got it. You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn. Don't worry. Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. Down it goes. Meanwhile, Zhao's just seeing all this and is like, what the fuck is happening? It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped.
Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn. Him. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute. You mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. I mean, he can also manipulate non-living creatures. We saw him do that before. I don't know what it takes for him to be able to manipulate. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Oh, legs are crushed. Who needs legs?
Ye gods.
It's funny that I'm doing a bad Bob Ross voice for him when talking about gods and whatever when he was Christian.
Ah, you're awake. Now you see, young girl, all this was just another happy little accident that happened. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit. But the main thing is that you're not...
I like how he says scrape. I think his kneecap's shattered.
You saved me, mister. I was just doing my job. The guards, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. But... What's that? It's a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. A detective's badge?
I have no idea how old Lynn's meant to be. I'm just looking at her voice. It's too young for how old she is.
Thanks.
I guess she's like, what, 8? Maybe?
Okay, you know what to do, little detective.
Or maybe 10. It's 10 years ago. I'd say she'd have to be at least 20 to be a detective. I don't know how old you have to be going through, you know, the force to get that, to get to there, so... do something in half an hour. That'll be fine. If we're not finished by then, it won't take you very long. Are you alive?
Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. As if somebody else was controlling me.
I see.
But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It's kind of limp. Is it okay? I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Cecil's. Cecil? The name Cecil echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. Meow. I have become my true form. A cat. I think I finally remember. 10 years. Oh shit. Sorry about that. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. I had to adjust my headphones after that. I'm sorry. It came loose from my head. This makes 2 games where I've streamed where I'm a cat. The other one being Stray. I like Stray. Somebody please look at me. Huh? Huh? Oh, kid. Shoot, we might get hurt. Somebody, please reach a hand out to me. I had just only died at the time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. No recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. Whose? You have a girlfriend or something? But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." Indeed. Okay, Jesus. The man named me Cecil. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. Oh, name of his wife, I guess, or girlfriend, or whoever she was. Fiance, there we go. His fiance. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while I could manipulate people. I guess a body would be counted as an object. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Like Yagami? Distorted, artificial light.
got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. The Black Cat.
The Black Cat, sorry.
I was possessing Cecil then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all.
So you borrowed the body of your old friend.
Cecil was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible.
What was that?
Cecil, there inside the bag, was dead.
What?
If you paid attention, you will have seen when it happened. I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought.
But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Cecil inside that bag.
Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers. My powers of the dead. My ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancée stay dead like that. But you're here, 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you.
In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed, dramatically altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Cecil's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too.
Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, eh?
So, Yomio, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure.
Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. Is that meant to be Zhao talking? No, it was Lin. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born.
Right, we should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
So, these past 10 years will now all vanish.
Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime.
That's the way this game of the dead works, eh?
And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Well, what even? I mean, he'll be charged with something. Like, he was innocent of the crime they brought him in for, but he did take a hostage. So, how long would he get? Hey, Cecil. Yes. When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yermiel? Thank you, Cecil. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yermiel. Cecil? Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Cecil, I'll never forget you! I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy.
Well, it looks like you've come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat.
Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Child. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths will all cross again. Wait, okay, now there's a bit of a plot dump here as we go back to the present. I was waiting for this part, so as I said, I'm gonna go do something. It'll be like 2 seconds, not very long. So I'm just gonna go do that, and then just so I don't stop midway through this plot dump, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Game will be loaded is the bad thing to say for resume, because that makes it sound like you're loading a save, you're just continuing where you were. What was I going to say? My cat might ask to go out in a minute, because it is around a time where he starts wanting to go back out in the evening for a little bit before he has to stay in. Sorry, in the evening, in the afternoon. Anyway, continue. Wait! More plot dump time. Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. It's Ray! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Cecil. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers. By committing murder, technically. If you had not been there for her tonight, yeah, technically two of the fates we changed we did have to kill people for. Her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that. The powers of the dead. But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, with Yomiel there. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Old ass Pomeranian. You don't really see him with hair like that. They usually give him Is it called a puppy kilt or something? That's right. I think that's exactly what it's called, that they get Pomeranians. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people, and you're also dead, so it doesn't really have much of a matter. So you decided to wait it out, to wait these 10 years out. Exactly. And then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old, and my powers were weak. So I decided I need to find somebody to help me this time around. If he can't manipulate objects, how is he able to control the lamp? It's a bit of an inconsistency, but hey, you know, whatever. Maybe his powers got a little stronger over the 10 years. Like, they did say that happened with Yomi also. Somebody who possesses different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Oh, there we go, they're actually saying that exact thing. Over the course of the long years, my powers... I literally just said this. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lin had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost ward paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the Man in Red, to Yomi. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the Man in Red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would all be over. God, my throat. Then, you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile. I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your 2 ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course! Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Cecil. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present to hit the button. Huh? How come it's dark? I think this is meant to be, I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, it's Lynn, okay. How did Lynn get custody of Camilla? There they are. How cute. Hehe, were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee! It worked! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mum's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Wait, are you telling me in the other timeline she'd just become a detective as well, like that day? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. I got a cough again. I breathed in dust or something. Dad, are you home? Ah, Camilla, let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad just gave it to me the other day. Well, yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. I might have some water that might help with my throat. It's just a little bit sore. Hang on. And now my cat's meowing. He probably wants to go out. One moment! I'm back. He's out. Destiny, eh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. Haha, that you will. That you will. Meow. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten?
He never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Cecil.
Yeah, because in this timeline, Cecil had the temp stick lodged into him.
Cecil. It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Cecil likes you, Lynn. Alright everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom.
Big chicken. So I carry my cat.
I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too. And so we meet again, Cecil. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate.
Yep. An immortal cat, basically. I guess I really am a cat. It's just me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Ah, the life of a cat. There's a few things that happen here in the credits. Carnella and Missile. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday.
I'm gonna read some of these a bit fast. Because I don't know how long they're.
Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
Our birthdays are for celebrating together, with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. This is how you eat spaghetti, right? Hopefully there's no copyright on the audio. Hold on, it's going to turn down the audio a little bit. Just in case, because of how I record, so I'm going to have to upload this differently. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. I remember these guys' voices have been so long. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Campanella. What kind of example is the Inspector providing for his men? I had something for him, but I didn't write it down, because I couldn't figure out how to describe it, and they were only there right at the start, and never returned. I also wrote some stuff for the chief, but he only had one appearance. Here's your food, gentlemen. Memory, what are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time. So you took on a part-time job again. Sorry about that. I wrote down Führer. I think I tried to give him that voice. Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. I think I was thinking more like Bradley, Führer Bradley from Metal Alchemist. I have no idea. Or I was doing like 99999. You have no idea the lengths I'd go to. That's how he sounded, right? I don't listen to his speeches, so I don't know. La la la, I've never cooked in this way before. So exotic, so something or other, I don't know. It's a bad Italian. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek, curry chicken, something, blah blah blah.
Is this really necessary, this new curry chicken menu item?
Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing. This is how Italians sound, right?
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
Ah! Oh, these two. Are you sure we really need all these? Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. That's too much.
Wait a minute. 10 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. Why is there so much? Oh, I think there's a bank up above them. It must be. Why is there a bank above a chicken shop? I don't know if you can skip the credits, but like I said, there's stuff that happens during them. It's not very long, but like I said, it's a DS game. They weren't the biggest things in the world to have so many people working on them.
So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a certain minister. Now, must you talk that way in front of your darling daughter? Here, Mr. Verstone, do you mind? Of my darling husband. These are going by too fast for me to read. But yeah, after the credits roll, there's a few little trophies we can get, and I'll try and see if I one of them I'm not sure about, but I'll try and get it, hopefully. He's back!
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my man.
You're always about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir.
Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
Oh, yeah, I love this game. It's, like I said, one of my favorite games from when I was a kid. Especially since I loved all, like, you know, mysteries and whatever. And detective shit. Who's this guy who why is he wearing a prison jumpsuit? Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. I really want him to sound like Dexter, but I couldn't. Dexter's Lab, but I couldn't do it. Cause
Hey, DD, I can't get that voice right.
I don't know how to do it. Oh, did we not get the scientist fella? Oh. Oh god, this guy. Oh, you might use that.
Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of those who live here.
You're just a homeless guy. You don't live there. Well, yeah, it doesn't really count for you living there. Also, do you have to pay admission if you're homeless? I mean, it sounds like just something to get rid of homeless people. Which there's all sorts of plans and things they do to get rid of them. Some of them are very rude. The benches with holes in them, or the benches with a little armrest in the middle, so that the people can't sleep on them, those ones I don't like. Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. But let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it! Smartphone promotion? What? Oh, I guess because this was on smartphones for as well. It got ported to touchscreen smartphones, because of course, why not? "10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside." His fiancée, do we get to see her? I guess she waited for him even despite all that. That's nice. Thank you, Cecil. So who has the memories? We know that Lynn does, and so does Yomiel. And of course us. That's Cecil, I should say. Aww. Everyone loves a happy ending. It's actually kind of weird seeing everyone facing the screen like that, because most of the time they're not. And this will be credits for this port. I take it. Yep, they must be. All right. Well, there we go. That is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Like I said, one of my favorite games from when I was younger. I'm amazed it's 14 years old. I'm old. But, yeah, I believe this version only came out last year. There's like a few trophies left. I think I've only got 2 left. So I'll try and get those right now. Once we get to the menu, we'll get a trophy for finishing it. There's one other failure I need to do, and then one other miscellaneous thing. I don't know what that one's going to be like. But, yeah. Really fun. I wasn't sure about finishing it today because I didn't know how long the last chapter was going to be. It really wasn't all that long at all. It was maybe an hour. But yeah, I was just on a roll with it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. No point waiting. These ones have only been about 2 hours each stream. It's really all it needed. It's not the longest game in the world, but it's good. Don't know what's going to take this point in the slot. There won't be anything next Tuesday anyways. I'll be busy. It's one of those days. But I can mention right now, tomorrow, will be Weeb Wednesday, so we'll be continuing Danganronpa V3. We are on to chapter 5, I think, of 6. We'll just be doing the school life section, since we only do one section at a time. Otherwise, it's fucking 8-hour, 10-hour streams. They're way too long. I've done them before. Because how long was my Danganronpa 2 one was fucking forever. Like the first stream of that. I haven't actually looked at how long these were in a while. I'm just checking this while it loads. Well, while it loads well. Just thinking. Let's see. Annoyingly, because it's right at the bottom. So it's literally the first playlist I made. No, it's actually the second. The first one was the Final Fantasy VII one, which I need to update to say no longer matters. Ghost Advisor, what that is. Yeah, so Danganronpa Part 1 was like 6.5 hours for the first one, and I think 2, like the first stream of that, where I did the whole first chapter in one, was also like a stupid amount of time with how long it was. Where was it? Oh, it's much higher up. Oh yeah, because finish later. Yeah, that was 8.5 hours. Fucking hell. Some of those were super long. That's why I waited with them. Alright, turn the game up again. Illustrations, new song. Here we go. That trophy. Yeah, Fate Averted. Quick Ghost Trick. Alright. Trophy-wise. Hang on a second. I brought up my notifications and Alpha was like, oh shit, hang on, I hope there's nothing there saying like, message from someone, blah blah. I'm like, oh, that could be bad. So we got Extraordinary Failure, which is to get a fail for chapter 14. I tried getting that, but I failed it. And then Shifting Shapes to get by, complete all 5x5 ghost monsters. So we're gonna try and do that right now. This shouldn't take too long. I have a little guide for the chapter 14. It's the one I used to make sure I got the right thing there. And we can just fast forward all the dialogue till we have to do this. Apparently the Guardian of the Park has a name. His name's Dabira? How do you find that out? I think it's Dabira. How I reach him? Do I have to like first... Didn't I have to like first look around or something? No. I remember I had trouble with it before. There we go, just wait for his hat to come back enough. Just swinging faster. There he goes. It's annoying I can't necessarily go straight to the actual thing itself. Anyway. Okay. While this is happening, I'm just going to read this, see exactly what I need to do. Sadly, we have to watch this, but again, I can just... There's no skipping cutscenes, is there? No. But just observe what all goes by. Okay. Just reading exactly what to do. It's basically exactly the same, pretty much, with only the one minor detail changed. Blanc. Go Ghost and learn of Missile. Skips. Good for the dog. My cat can open doors. You know, he figured out how to jump up and like get his paws onto the door handle so that it pulls down with his weight and then can open. He's done it a few times. It's kind of funny that he can do that. Anyway, Missile's dead. Surprised you can't skip directly to the actual, like, you know, death or whatever when choosing a chapter. Maybe you can, I just missed it. That would not surprise me. I am an idiot. And blind. Yeah, we've already seen all this. Just hurry up. I forget, do I have to control him? Yes, I do. And swap. Yes, the rugby wall we can't reach. And this guy's dead. It was probably named Dabira. I don't know where they got this name from. Okay, I'll do this. Yes, let me get to it. I know what I'm doing. Okay. just also reading exactly what to do. Spin that. There it goes. That. And again. Okay, and then once I do this... I need to move back down to the seesaw. The timing's rough. Come on, hurry up. We have to close that. Now moving to the last one. Seesaw on top of the last one. Okay. Nope. So those. And now we wait. Plonk. And these two. And with the lid closed, it fails. There we go. Extraordinary failure. That's that. And the only other thing we have are these ghost pods. So I don't know how these work exactly. 5 by 5. Oh goodness. Oh, it's a sliding puzzle? Oh, fuck me. Oh god. I have a hint I can use? Good, because... Okay, that doesn't help me. That just tells me what is what. I'm bad at puzzles like this. I'm bad at sliding puzzles. Is it always the same? Let me check. Or is it different every time? It's different every time. Oh no! This is bad! I'm really bad at sliding puzzles. Like, really bad at them. Where even is number 2? There it is. There's number 3, there's number 4, getting there. Okay, there's number 4. I'm gonna get number 5 over somehow. That's what I mean. I'm not good at them. I don't know how people can do them. Shit. I was hoping it wouldn't be something like this. I was hoping also it would be one and you do all of them. Bugger. How would I go with even just like the most basic one? What's the most basic? 3 by 3? How's this? Yeah, this is even worse. This is just as bad. Look at this. How am I going to do that? I'll put that there. There, 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 there. It's even harder without these hints if you think it's just happening. I have no idea. Okay, right, well, I was going to hopefully do these. There's only 3 of them, but 5 by 5 is just rough. I'm not gonna know how. I was really hoping to do those on stream, but I'm gonna have to do them off stream, because I don't know how long that's gonna take me. It's just gonna annoy me. I might, you know what? I might even look up how to do, how to do puzzles like this. sure there's a technique for it. Yeah, I'm gonna need to follow because it's. I was gonna say if it's exactly the same every time, it'd be easy. Like I could just follow it, like hopefully find a YouTube video on it, but it's different each time. Like the way they shuffle, like 11's in the corner. If I go back and do it again, Wait, is it always the same? Oh wait a minute, maybe it is always the same. 11, 6, 22, 3, 16. Let's see that. Yeah, no, it isn't. It is different. I just got 3 times in a row. 11 was in the top left corner. But yeah, no, they are not always the same. I didn't think they were. That's just a weird coincidence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow like a guide on how to do sliding puzzles because this is gonna be impossible. I'm really bad this time. Yeah, nothing there. How did I get 3 in a row with 11 being in the top left corner? What are the odds of that? Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, this has been Ghost Trick. I'm gonna try and. While I'm like uploading this, I'm probably going to try and do these puzzles and hopefully manage to do them and in the process learn how to do sliding puzzles. Honestly, I'd rather do Mahjong. Mahjong's easy, sliding puzzles bad, hard, don't like it. I never have, I've always been bad at them. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Like I said, tomorrow, which will be next time, Wednesdays, we'll be doing Danganronpa V3, and I'll see you all then.